Bottom of the ninth for the Bronx Bombers. Thank you, David. Thank you, Mr. Whitney. Tonight, ladies and gents, Hurricane Milton's landfall. It's right now a Category 2, plus our updated weekend forecast. See what we've got planned for Saturday, Sunday. I know you're going to start your plans, so we want to make sure you're informed of what to expect in the skies of SOTEX. Happy Wednesday night. This is Bill Taylor, Ken's 5 Digital Center. What a fabulous evening. And I also hope that you're out early in the morning. And it doesn't even have to be like that early. We had a big meeting here at Ken's today, so I'm driving in at like noon hour. I still had the windows down. I did not have the AC on. I mean, and I was comfortable. It was so comfortable. The lower humidity making such a difference. Nearly chilly this morning. I was out early and it was, I mean, long sleeve chilly with shorts, but long sleeve chilly out there this morning for first few hours. I mean, you know, it would just feel so good out there. All right, let's take a look at landfall. Landfall is always determined when the center of circulation moves across land, not the eye wall, which you can see was as early as about 6 p.m. or so. But now it never slowed down. I remember sitting here last night saying it would probably be midnight, but no, it came in quickly. And right across the southeastern Gulf at about 16 miles per hour. It was like 15 and 17. So it raced across the Gulf and never really slowed down. Now you can see just how heavy and pounding that rain can be. It just hasn't moved over Tampa with just phenomenal amounts of tornadoes. That was part of the big story today. Dozens of them embedded in those bands. I mean, it doesn't even have to be close to the center. As soon as those bands went on shore, they were producing tornadoes all day today. A lot of incredible imagery across the social platforms. And what I always find interesting is those tail squalls. Look down into the Keys, just east of Miami. Look how narrow and thin that band is right there. Isn't that incredible? I mean, that is just maybe miles wide. I mean, it's just, it's insane how thin that is. But here's the good news. I mean, the eye is the center of the entire storm. I mean, like the back end of it is now on land. And so it'll be by mid-morning tomorrow. It should be emerging out over mid-morning at the latest, actually. Tomorrow morning early, it should be out across the Atlantic. So the sooner it gets across Florida, the better for our friends there. So continue to send prayers to all the Floridians, the families that are in the path of this storm, because even up into Orlando, Daytona, and soon Jacksonville, I mean, those are strong winds, flooding rains, and those rain bands continue to spread across the state. You know, you can see Miami pretty much left out of all this. I mean, they're not even really seeing any. You can see maybe just the beginning of that last squall line that I was talking about, that real narrow band. Hey, Zane, absolutely. Good to see you, buddy. So, yeah, the flood threat you can see right through the central Florida peninsula. Those are all flood warnings in that brighter green, flood watches in that darker green. Several counties included, as you might expect, of course. Let me give you the numbers now. Category 2 officially, producing winds of 110 miles per hour. Continuing at 16 miles per hour, has not slowed down. Even though it's now made landfall, it's moving east-northeast at 16. That is a blessing. Keep going. Pressure rising as the storm weakens on land to 958 millibars. That number got as low as 897. 897, one of the lowest in the Gulf of Mexico. I think it was the fourth or fifth lowest, just behind the 1935 Labor Day hurricane, back before they were naming hurricanes. A lot of storms in the Gulf of Mexico this 2024 season. In fact, Milton makes 7. Why the shot? I keep doing that every night. I gotta move this over. Sorry, guys. It looked awfully goofy. 7 storms Started with Alberto, Beryl, Chris, Debbie. I mean, we almost had every one of them, right? And then the E, and did we have E? And yeah, we had Francine was out there. Look at that. So several of them. Just got a late start, you know. And just remember, Milton made some pretty serious impact. Third strongest in the Gulf behind that Labor Day storm from 1935. And then here's the fastest storms to Category 5 status. It took only 18 hours for Milton from tropical storm. Yankees win? Oh, is that cheering from LA? Yeah. 18 hours, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. So rapid intensification, as we've seen a lot more of that in the last 40 years. So yes, you know, climate has changed, and that does have an impact. I mean, that's not even an arguable point. I mean, that's what happens. So here's what we've got. Storm is expected to move across the peninsula. Now the timing on Atlantic reemergence, if you will, is 8 a.m. That's a blessing. It keeps going. It's a Cat 1 moving into the Atlantic, and then a tropical storm by tomorrow night. Stop that right there. Take you out. Start you on a pause. Okay.
The Yankees.
Yankees are going. No, they're only up 2-1 now. Yeah. We're not there yet. One more. Come on, Yanks. Today's numbers, we did hit a high of 97 yesterday. That was a record. And today we almost tied it. Just one shy at 93. 2014's 94 stays in the books. See that average of 85? We've got some of those in our future. First, dry air gets drier. Take a look at this. The front sweeps through, goes through dry. In fact, the only real noticeable change was the drop in dew points as we go from lower 50s to 40s. Felt so good. And let's take a look. Next 24 hours, not expecting a jump. You know, we'll go up to maybe 50, 51 at the most, but we should be hovering in those upper 40s and staying pretty comfortable. And a lot of dry air behind Milton. Look at all of it in the Gulf of Mexico. That's the what we call subsidence area. Always behind the storm is sinking air motion, very dry air mixing from the top down, you know, from upper altitudes down, and high pressure at every level. I mean, surface, mid and upper levels right now at 500 millibars. We've got high pressure and control and keeping us nice and dry. So no change here. 7-day rain forecast for the state of Texas. Look at that. Starting to show a little bit around Brownsville, but not very much at all. Bone dry forecast. Tomorrow, we will have a weather impact alert for Thursday the 10th because it is an ozone action day. Do everything you can tomorrow to spare the air of added emissions. It impacts air quality and your breathing. Remember, ozone is good up high but bad nearby. It's great for the protection from the ultraviolet rays of the sun, but it's not something we want to breathe. Ground ozone is not good. So Laredo, unhealthy for sensitive groups on live air quality monitor check tonight. We're at moderate, so let's hope to stay that way. But if you can, between the hours of 1 and 6 p.m., spare the air. Don't refuel your vehicles. Try to get gas early in the morning or late at night. Try to cut the grass early in the morning or after dinner. You know, just do it outside of daytime heat, and it really can make a difference in air quality. So that would help on Thursday, October 10th. So that's why we start off our 14-day forecast with an air quality, it is air quality health alert, but it's a weather impact alert for Thursday. No, not right now. Hanak just had that dry front come through today. Milton has made landfall, Lynn. Yep. Went in around Sarasota at about 8:40 Eastern, 7:40 our time. So mid-90s through the weekend. Even though it's going to be, the lower humidity will continue, it'll slowly creep back in over the weekend. But remember that the drier air likes to heat up, so it's still going to be hot. It's just more comfortable when the air is dry. Then we get to 85 Tuesday. Look at that, the glory of an average high. And then look at Wednesday morning, 58. Thursday morning, 56. And then a high of only 83. Next Thursday, the 17th, looks like a spectacular day. And then we go mid-80s through the 19th, back up to some low 90s, heading into that week of October 20th. So a dry forecast for the next 14 days, some fabulous, fabulous weather, my friends. I hope you can join us on Ken's 5 News at 10. Love y'all. God bless you.